Alright, YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Mike, and I'm back for another video. Today is part 9. Yeah, part 9. I last left off talking about when I first got to Utah. This is how I found out who I was or whatnot. I got to town and I was going down the street. It looked like two sisters or two girls was on scooters, and they passed by, and they like one of them's like, what is 3 doing here? And I'm just like, I don't know whether to look like, I don't know if she was talking to me or not. So I'm just like, I don't know. So they passed by and they circled the block again because they had the electric scooters, and they circled again, and she waved at me. I'm like, do I wave back? Like, so I guess I just waved back or whatnot. So from that point, I walked down the street. I found a 7-Eleven. This is when I was still eating bad. I got a muffin and a honey bun, and I think this is when I first started drinking energy drinks. No, I was still, yeah. I started drinking what's the other one? Rockstars. I started drinking Rockstars. And so yeah, I got a Rockstar, a honey bun, and a muffin. Went down the street, found a park, and started eating. This is what I found out, like, not that I found out. At this point, I pretty much know what's going on. Like, I was eating, whatnot, and it was already, like, 3 people there, whatnot, and they just, like, saying shit, like, I guess to test me or whatever. They just saying shit. Saying all kind of shit just to, I guess, just get a reaction out of me or whatever. And shit, I'm gonna keep that shit 100. They was saying racist shit. Shit, I'm gonna keep it 100. They was trying to talk hood. When they tried all kind of shit to try to get me to get me going. But I just ignored that shit. Like, I already seen what was going on in Vegas, Cali. I already seen all that shit, so now I know what's going on. So now I'm just ignoring all of it. So then I walk looking for a shelter. I look up the shelters. Got a bad vibe from it. I think when I walked past it, I got like a bad vibe from it. I was just like, nah, I'm good. So I just kept walking. Now I'm walking for like I'm already about an hour, 2 hours in the walk now. And now I'm in this nice like suburb part of the area. I just stumbled upon it. I'm just walking at this point. I'm just walking, and I stumbled upon it, and it was nothing but like nice houses and stuff like that. And then what I noticed is some people they will be already outside, and some people will be in oh yeah, let me take this out for better quality. But some people would the most vivid part for me was when I saw the 2 ladies sitting on the lawn already, as if they was already waiting for my arrival or something like that. They was just sitting on the lawn like it was like they was at the beach or the park or something, just waiting on my arrival pretty much. And they was talking and whatnot. And what I noticed, I noticed something strange was that there was a few cars that had no license plates on them. That's when I was like, yeah, they here from Cali, or they here, yeah, they here from Cali. That's what I was thinking. Cause I remember people saying, they wasn't telling me, but they were saying people were using. Make sure it's still right. People were saying the gas mileage and the miles they putting on their cars is a lot, pretty much. They were saying that, and And then what I noticed was the license plate missing. So when I noticed cars that had license plates missing, I'm like, yeah, they must have followed me from wherever. They must have followed me from Cali pretty much. And because I remember them saying they was on their way to Vegas, but I had left so quick out of Vegas that they didn't have time to even make it to Vegas to for them to harass me there or whatever they had going on there. And so I'm in Utah walking down, and I end up at this hospital. I noticed all the same stuff, people popping out of nowhere, the cars, and I noticed. So at this point now, I'm becoming numb to it. So I just started. I kept walking. I get to the hospital. I chill up at the hospital in the parking lot. I'm chilling there. I'm watching YouTube and everything, and I'm just chilling pretty much. And I'm there for hours. I was there for hours, and then I finally got up. I was like, cause I felt like people were still looking for me, or for some reason people would come walking around the area. So I just got up, and I went back down from where I came, and I was like, I'm gonna take another direction, see where that lead me. So I took another direction, and I end up at the that was the best part. I ended up at Utah University, the University of Utah, the Utes. That was cool. I was glad that I found that, because that was actually a cool spot. So I get into the school. I didn't even know it was a school. I thought it was like City Hall or shit, because there wasn't no signs that said that it was a school. It was just buildings, and it was like open space, and then it was just like buildings, and it was just like you couldn't just looking at it know that it was the school. So until you walk in the school and you see the signs, okay, Utah, you see I know I watch a lot of college sports, so I know the symbol. So once I saw the symbol, I'm like, oh, this is the university. Like, cool. This is the university, dude. I'm at the Utes. So I was like, cool. I got to walk around the school. This security dude, he had saw me, and he told me I can just walk around the school. He said don't sit anywhere. He was like, you can walk around, but just don't sit anywhere. And I was like, all right. It was already like, it's all right. I thought it was strange that he even saw me, and he was riding around at that time, because it was already at that point, it was probably like 12 o'clock at night at that point. And on the way back to even get to that location, I noticed everybody was like talking out their window back then. You can just feel the eyes on you, like as you walking through, and you cut through each section. It's like, damn, you just feel the eyes on you walking. And yeah, I felt that. And I felt like it was people in their cars, but I never seen nobody in their cars. I just felt something that it was around me. I just felt something around. And I gotta be able to see this so I know when it goes. All right. So yeah, that was the walk to the university. I get to the university. The security guard told me I could walk through the school, but not just sit around the school. What I did was I found a nice, cool spot. It was like secluded but open space at the same time. You would literally have to be looking for me to find that spot. And I laid down there and went to sleep. And as I was laying down, no, I didn't go to sleep. As I was laying down, I'm hearing, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning now. And now I'm hearing people walking by looking for me pretty much. Now I know that they was looking for me. They was walking by the area, and it was like, maybe he went this way, maybe he went that way. And now, my heart get to beating and shit, like, oh shit, they didn't found me. I'm thinking they're gonna come exactly where I'm at. But I guess they did, cause the school is so big, so it's like you got a lot to go through. So it's like I guess they just dismissed that part and just kept looking for me. So I seen them go by. No, I heard them go by. They went by. So then I stayed up for a little bit, tried to watch a little bit more YouTube. Ended up going to sleep. Went to sleep, woke up the next morning, and this is where I got my routine in. I typed in stores nearby. I found my nearest 7-Eleven. Got my 7-Eleven app. So I go to 7-Eleven every morning, get me a honey bun. This is when I started drinking Bang. At this point, now I'm drinking Bang. So I got the Bang because I seen that it had creatine in it, the aminos and stuff. So then I started getting the Bang. So I get my honey bun. I get a honey bun. If I had money, I'll get coffee. What else? I know it was something else. Donuts, honey bun, donuts, and Bang. Pretty much, yo. And if I had extra money, I'll get like some chips or something. I'll get like a bag of chips, and that's all I have for the whole day. I knew I couldn't eat for the rest of the day after that. So I'll get that. I'll go to 7-Eleven, get that. Notice, the people recording and the pictures. At this point, I'm like, I don't even care no more because I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't even know what's going on. They taking pictures because they know I'm 3. Because, like, now she didn't tell me who I was. So now I'm like, okay, I know who I am pretty much. So I'm like, that's probably why they taking pictures or whatnot. And now I'm trying to put everything together. I'm like, it has something to do with this hit. It got something to do with with me being 3 and all this. And I think I'm about to get going. Got somebody right here coming up. I'm in a space right now. So yeah. I didn't know if it had something to do with me being 3. Or I'm just trying to put it all together. And so that was my pretty much my routine. I'll go to 7-Eleven, find my little spot at the school, and then I will find my spot at the school, and then I'll eat, watch YouTube videos, and find me another spot to go to. What else? Yeah, that was my routine. One of the times I had to change up my routine because I noticed it was somebody in the building. They was looked like they was taking a picture or they was recording while I was charging my phone. And so I changed my routine up and I went over to, I don't know, people in Utah know what I'm talking about, where the train part is at. And it's like a student section over there where you could just sit down, and they got the comfortable padded chairs. It's like super padded. And you could just sit down and chill over there. I went over there, and then I still noticed people watching from over there also. So from that point, yeah, that was my routine. And then I had a nice routine going for about, I'll say about a week before I noticed the difference. After about a week, here I guess they was here. So now I was chilling as like a normal day, and this is where my routine kind of changed up, where I sleep and all that. It all changed up because I noticed the school was supposed to be closed, but I noticed the librarian was still there, and she had saw me sleeping there. So I'm like, I didn't want to I didn't want to get her to come out and say nothing to me, so I just changed up my whole location from there. And it was a normal day, and then at night, now I'm hearing the woo, all that shit. Now I'm hearing that. I'm like, okay, they here now. I was like, cause that's the same woo I heard in Texas. I said they here now. So now what I'm gonna do is, like, I don't get paid until next month, so now I'm stuck. I'm not trying to spend the rest of my money, because if I spend the rest of my money, I ain't got nothing to eat. Even if I do go to the next state, now I ain't got nothing to eat. So so I was just like, nah, I'm not gonna yeah, I'm just gonna stay here. So I stayed, and I found another location to go to sleep at. That was cool. And so now I'm hearing the next day the same thing. It got dark, or it was about to get dark, and now I'm hearing the woos again. And now this time there's like, they had about 10 to 12 skateboarders skating down the school, like skating all around the school. Young kids, they was young, probably like they looked like they was like middle school, and they was all just like skating around the school. And I guess trying to keep obs on me. But where I was at, I was able to keep obs on them. I'm watching them skate by, looking for me. Cause there's no way you got your kids out 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, just letting them be out like that. It's no way. So I knew it was something else, some other shit going on. So cause I remember when 1 o'clock did hit, he was like, oh, I heard one of them was like, yeah, it's time for me to go home or not. And so I guess that was their fun out there at the time. Like, that was their fun to go out there and look for me and see if they could find me throughout the school type. So that was that whole venture right there. I guess security, everybody knew who I was at this point. They knew I was at the school now, so now they know I'm located in the school. So I walked around. During the day, I was looking for different locations, because now I'm noticing everything again. So now I'm looking for different locations, and I went to the hospital, and I'm somewhere where it's not normal to see somebody like in that kind of space. Only if you were trying to find that person would you have found that person. So I guess one person saw me, and when that one person saw me, then they sent security to come escort me off the property, like off the whole property. Like say, like, look, I'm in the school right now, right? I'm in the school right now, and say like, if this was a hospital, pretty much what they did was pretty much came and escorted me pretty much from even sitting here, like even from sitting down. They came and escorted me off the property and told me I couldn't be here, and gave me they said a trespass. He didn't say trespass, he said trespass warning. It was just the way he said it. I knew he was trying to say something else. So they was like, we was gonna write you a citation, but this is your first offense, so and whatnot. So I'm just like, I'm confused, like, for sitting down in a hospital area, even though I was not in the hospital, I was just around the area, just sitting down where you can sit down, like you can clearly sit down, and they still telling me I couldn't sit around the hospital unless you had business there or you was a patient. But I'm pretty sure if the average person just walked there and sat down, they wouldn't have said nothing to him. So I was just like, okay, this is where stuff is like starting to get like, I'm like, okay, yeah, okay, they after me. Now I'm hearing this was like the beginning of me starting to listen to the rasp or whatever. That's what they say. They call it rasp. I just call it subliminal talk. They subliminal talking me. So this is when I first start to hear the subliminals. I'm hearing the ladies talk. He was like, oh, he just came around this area because he know the population is the percentage is more women around here in this area, and I'm just hearing stuff like that. And so now I'm like, all right, I start listening. Now I'm listening to what people are saying. So I walked down back into the school. Cause now I'm like, okay, I gotta find somewhere within the school, and that school is pretty big. That school is big. I never, yeah, that was the biggest school I've been to. That thing was huge. A lot of space, a lot of square footage in that school. I think it was like 15,000, something like that. Something crazy, I don't know, something crazy. When I looked it up, because I had to look it up, I'm like, damn, this school big. How much square footage is it? So yeah, it was a lot of places in the school to get lost, and that's exactly what I did. It wasn't enough security. The school was so big that it wasn't enough security to just go around the whole school. It would take you all night to look for me if you was looking for me, pretty much. And so I guess they just gave up on that shit. They was like, I ain't finna look for him all night, like. So they just gave up on it unless they saw me going to a certain building or saw me go somewhere. They wasn't. It was pretty much impossible to find me, because now you're looking for a needle in a haystack. I could have been anywhere. So once I noticed dude was out there, I was like, all right, I got to find somewhere where I'm more safe, or I got to leave the state. So what I did was they was building dorms at the time. They was building dorms, and so I went and I found I'm like, I gotta try and get in there. So they had left one of the back vents, not back vents, but they left the back garage open to one of the buildings. I'm like, I saw the security camera anyway. I'm like, man, I'm about to go in there. I'm going. This dude, he after me. I'm hearing these woos and all that. And, I guess that was his battle cry. And so I'm like, man, I'm about to go ahead. I'm about to go in this building regardless. So I went up in there, and it was nice. I went up in there, and I found the stairs, and went up the stairs, found the lobby area, and yeah, I was in there moving around. I found the dorms. All the thing about that particular part of the dorms is all the dorms was closed. They was like all locked, all of them. So now what I figured out now is that the mob was already in there. They was already in there, and that's why all the doors was locked, even though they was doing construction. Usually when they're doing construction, they don't be locking shit like that unless they got something important in there. Yeah, they don't be, from my experience going into construction areas, they don't leave shit just locked up and it's undone. Like, usually it's open. And now all this shit is all closed up and locked. I'm pulling on every handle and it's all locked up. So what I did, I'm like, fuck it, it's warm enough in here. I went to the dorm lobby and sat in a chair, watched some more YouTube, and I was just chilling in there. They had campus security. Campus security had helicopters, because like I said, the school is so big, they had to watch the school with a helicopter. And campus security were point the light inside the dorms, I guess, to make sure nobody was in the dorms. Or they'll fly by looking inside the dorms and stuff. So I'm like, they must know I'm in here. I gotta get away from the window. So that's when I left out and I found another location where they were still doing dorms in another building, but it wasn't as nearly done as the ones that I was just in. So I went there, and now this is where I'm finding all the open rooms. I'm finding all open rooms, but they all got bed frames set up. They got dressers, the bathroom, the plumbing works, the AC work, the heat works. So I found me a cool little spot. So now I got my own little house. I got my own little house in Utah. That's how I looked at it. I got food, I got shelter. You know, now I'm living here in Utah pretty much until they finish and lock this all up. What I thought, I come the very next day, and I don't know how, and this is why I say the mob was there, cause I came the very next day. There would be no way nobody knew I was there. The way I snuck in and everything, there was no way nobody knew I was there. They didn't have security, nothing. The next day, everything's closed up. The area I came in from, it's all closed up now. They closed up the part I went in the other building. They closed it all up. It was no way anybody knew I was in there. I get up 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'll get up and I'll go to my next location. If I didn't want nothing to eat, I'll go find somewhere where I can continue sleeping until I woke up. So from there, I came back anyway the next night, and I found the dorm area entrance. I found somewhere where I can still get in, so I would slide through there, get in, and I was still getting in, and so I still had my shelter, my heat like I needed, and everything. Pretty much I was living like a student, but I wasn't a student, because I was in there. You can charge your phone. They had charge ports. It was nice. I ain't gonna lie, it was nice. The lobby areas in the dorms where you could just sit down on the cushions and charge your phone, man, they got it good over there. I know it's about finished by now, or it's done by now, so I know they got it good. Yeah, they got it nice over there. So yeah, I'm living like a student. I'm not a student. I'm taking pictures inside the dorms. I'm taking pictures, and this is why they stole my phone, is because they didn't want me to show all this. You know, I would have showed all this. I was taking pictures of people walking around outside 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm taking pictures of them. I'm taking pictures of the cars waiting outside. I'm taking pictures of everything. I'm gathering all my receipts to show at this point that I know that I'm being followed. And it's funny because I'll take the picture, and then right after I take the picture, now the car's getting ready to go, but they was there about 30 minutes the whole time. But now that I took a picture, now they leaving. So it's just like I knew it was something. So yeah, that's pretty much how my life was going in Utah. Pretty peaceful. One of the nights I had spent the night under the stairs in this one building. Security ended up coming because I know that one of them probably told them. Because before I went in each building, I look around and I make sure that it was nobody, because I would do it late when it was nobody. Because in Utah, everybody, they start going in the house early. Ain't nobody really walking around when it get dark. When it get dark, ain't nobody walking around over there. So I'll just wait until it got dark and nobody was walking around. And I knew it was them because nobody saw me going to the apartments. Into the building, but them. The way they spy, like I know it was probably it had to been them. Cause how security finding me when nobody saw me? There's no cameras in this building. There's no cameras. So it's like how are you finding me? So I was under the stairs. They saw me. They woke me up out of my sleep, heart beating and everything. Cause I didn't know what was going on. I just woke up and I see like 3-4 people in my face with flashlights and shit. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Like, so, but when I realized, I'm like, yeah, they didn't call security. Yeah, they told me that I couldn't be there or whatnot, and you know, we got to talking about the military and stuff, and they was cool about it. They was real cool. We talked about the military. He was telling me how to get into the military, the tests and all that, and he was telling me he was on not off duty, but he was on reserve. So you know, he'll do his tours when the time comes. And yeah, real cool. They was cool. I ain't gonna lie, they was cool. But they told me I can walk around the campus, but just not be sleeping and just chilling on campus. So what I did was, if I saw other people chilling on campus, that's when I would chill somewhere near them. So if you come at me, it's like, why you didn't come at them type, like. So so pretty much they left me alone with that. Like, they'll see me chilling on campus, they won't say nothing because it's somebody like right there chilling too. So they'll leave me alone. So I had my night routine. I went back to the dorms, and so now I'm like, the dorms is where it's at. So I spent all my time in the dorms, and this is where I knew. So I'm in Utah for about a whole month, probably a month and a couple weeks, or a month and a week or something like that. And yeah, that's how I spent all my time. Every day I'll get up, 7-Eleven, YouTube all day, dorms at night. But when I knew it was time to go is when one time I went into the dorms, and the fire alarm went off. I'm like, ain't nobody in here but me. So I'm like, what's going on? The alarm shouldn't have went off. So but now